Feeling unlovable. This is one of the deepest, most painful illusions a human being can experience. And yet it's the most common. And notice how I said illusion, because it is an illusion. It's not the truth. So today I want to walk you through that space gently. We're going to talk about why this feeling shows up, what it's really trying to tell you, and most importantly, how you can begin loving yourself even when it feels impossible. So take a deep breath and let's begin. Welcome back to the Infinite Carousel. My name is Promise, and here we talk about real growth, the messy, the beautiful, the imperfect kind. Before we begin, I just want to mention that this topic is very close to my heart. I can relate all too well to this topic. Of course, the other topics that I've talked about have to do with my own life experiences, but this one cuts deep even for me, because it's been the theme of my life, the theme of feeling unlovable your whole life. And this feeling comes to you in the middle of the night when you wake up and you can't go back to sleep. And you start thinking to yourself, when have I ever felt truly seen by someone? When was the last time I felt like somebody's priority? I'm that type of person who shows up for other people. People that were close to me know how much I showed up for them. Past tense. Showing up for people, validating them, supporting them, helping them. People who have been in close proximity with me can tell you that I'm that person who's not only there physically, but I'm a person who can hold space emotionally for other people. But I've never experienced that kind of love from others. I've only experienced that kind of love from my parent. Well, that's obvious because it's my parent. But realizing that I've never been anybody's favorite cousin. I've never been anybody's favorite sister. I've never been anybody's best friend. People viewing you as a source of help, a source of ideas, creativity. People keeping you in close proximity because they want something from you. They gain something and they feel good about themselves when they are close to you. I'm very good at validating people because I tend to see the good in other people. I don't focus on the bad, and that's been detrimental to me. Not out of naivety, but out of seeing the best in someone and hoping for the best for them. Because when I elevate, I want people to come, the people that are close to me, to come along with me. I don't want them to get left behind. But I've gotten to the point where I had to leave people behind, because once a person feels good about themselves, they think they are better than you. They start seeing themselves as better than you, and they see you as a doormat. Anyway, I've pulled my energy from all those types of people, and my solitude is my sanctuary. 2025 was the year where I said enough is enough. I put up very high boundary walls around myself and around my peace. I no longer show up for people who don't show up for me. I no longer hold space for people who cannot hold space for me, because I'm that type of person who's not transactional. I've realized that a lot of human beings are very transactional, and that's not how love works. People believe that if I do something for you, it means you must do something for me. That's not love. It's not, love is not a transaction. And it's very difficult to come across people who think the way that I do. People who can offer unconditional love. Love that comes with no expectation. I know through life experiences, life can harden us. Nobody was born selfish. Nobody was born self-centered. Life made people that way. But if you allow life to change you, your life is going to be very miserable, because you are constantly making transactions with people. You are just in these transactional relationships, fake relationships. 2025 was the year where I pulled away, pulled my energy, pulled my presence away from people who cannot show up for me, who don't see me, people who see me as a source of help, support, creativity, people who only remember you when they need something. I stopped initiating meetups. I stopped initiating conversations. I stopped calling people and checking up on them. And guess what? My phone went silent, completely silent. That's when I realized that I was that person for other people. Nobody was ever that person for me. All right, now let's talk about this quiet ache of feeling unlovable. Maybe this feeling shows up for you because of a breakup. Or maybe it shows up because you've been constantly criticized, rejected, abandoned for years and years. But this feeling is an illusion. It's not the truth. You know, you didn't just become unlovable. It's because you started believing someone else's inability to love you as the truth. There are some people who don't have the capacity to love you the way that you love them. So instead of questioning the source, you question yourself. What did I do wrong? What can I do to make things better? Because there's this echo that comes from, maybe it comes from your childhood, that echo of thinking that love is something you earn. So you shapeshift and climb mountains and you overgive because you're trying to earn love. Maybe it stems from your childhood when you were only validated or praised when you got good grades at school, when you had good behavior, when you did something, when you performed. So as an adult, this doesn't leave you. It doesn't disappear. You think that you have to perform in order to be loved. But love is something that you should get freely. Performance or no performance, love is something that should be given freely. So you grow up with this illusion of thinking that you have to work for love. And that's not the truth. Here's what you need to understand. Being unloved and being unlovable are not the same thing. Some people have a very low capacity for love. They are not capable of loving you the way that you should be loved. It's not your fault. It's their level of awareness. It's their level of capability. I don't know how to put it. But every relationship is a mirror. Whether it's romantic, platonic, family relationship, whatever it is, it's a mirror. So being unlovable means that this mirror has reflected a distortion. So what is this feeling really trying to tell you? Feeling unlovable is not punishment. It's a signal. It's your soul's way of saying, hey, there's something inside you that's still waiting to be seen. It's the part of you that's been overlooked, rejected, criticized, silenced, and it's still longing for your own compassion. It's your younger self sitting at the corner of your mind, waiting for you to come back and say, I see you. I love you. I won't leave you. So when this feeling of being unlovable rises up, instead of rejecting it, or just sit and listen. What does it need? Does it need rest? Does it need understanding? What does it need? We need to reframe this feeling of being unlovable. Being unlovable is your inner child's grief. It's your inner child longing to be seen, to be heard, to be loved, and to experience unconditional acceptance. It's longing for you to give it to yourself. Let's reframe it that way. All that unconditional love and unconditional acceptance you've been pouring into other people, it's time you pour into yourself. Validate yourself, accept yourself, love yourself. Make yourself your own first priority. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill your cup up first and then pour into others. But don't pour into other people who don't pour into you, because you will feel drained and used. Now let's get practical about this. When you feel unlovable, try this. Number 1, sit with this feeling and don't run. When the feeling comes up and says, I'm not lovable, don't agree and don't disagree with it. Just say, I hear you. Because when we stop resisting our pain, it begins to soften. Don't make it harder on yourself by resisting the pain. Just sit with it and listen. I hear you. Give it understanding. Okay, number 2, trace it back. When did you first start believing this feeling? Because tracing back to the origin gives your mind a map. When you start naming the origin, it gives your mind a map, and that's where healing begins. And that's where awareness lands. So trace it back. Was it a parent? Was it a friend who disappeared? Was it a romantic relationship? Where did it come from? You can only heal if you are willing to trace it back and then understand why you are where you are today, why you feel this way. Number 3, reparent that version of you. Imagine sitting across from your younger self. What would you say to them? Would you say, you first need to change first so I can love you? Or would you hold them and whisper, you are enough. I see you and I love you. You are perfect just the way you are. Number 4, I want you to rewrite your self-talk. Every time this old belief resurfaces, no one could love me, I want you to add one more word to that sentence and say, No one could love me yet. And then ask yourself, how can I begin showing love to myself? Showing myself the love that I've been waiting for. Because the truth is, people can only love you as deeply as you love yourself. So when you start showing up for yourself and loving yourself in an unconditional way and prioritizing your own needs, that's when love will start to recognize you again. Love will start recognizing you as worthy. You know, when you start to treat yourself with love and gentleness and softness, everything changes. The way you talk, the way you walk, everything changes. Love will recognize you when you treat yourself with the utmost care. Let love in through small moments, not grand gestures. Let love in through small daily things, through the sunlight touching your skin while you take a walk, through music, listening to your favorite music, through a message from a friend. Let love in through your own breath, being present in the moment. You see, love is not something you chase. Don't chase love. Love is something you need to remember. Now let's talk about returning to love. That's the transformation, returning to love. This is when you finally understand that love is not something that you earn. Love is not something that you chase. Every act of self-compassion is a way of returning home to yourself. Every time you treat yourself with compassion, you heal another layer. Treating yourself with the love, kindness, and respect that you deserve will open doors, opportunities, and attract people towards you. Because the world mirrors you. The world will mirror that love back to you once you start giving it to yourself. So starting today, I want you to choose this. Choose to embody love. Even when no one is watching, embody that love. And if you take one thing from this video, I want it to be this: you were never hard to love. You were never hard to love. You simply believed somebody else's incapacity to love you. And that's not your fault. That's not the truth. So take all that energy, that love, and that compassion, pour it all into yourself and watch what happens. I hope this message landed and resonated, and I hope that it helps someone out there, especially the people pleasers, especially the empathetic people, the people who believe in unconditional love.